So, should you care about a woman's body count? And I know, regardless, if I can convince you whether you should or shouldn't, like you're going to because it's just an emotional reaction. Basically, it's hard to think about, especially if you're at a young age. You don't really have the experience and the wisdom of like just having a more accurate view of the significance of it. But before we get into that, there was a survey that was done a while ago. It surveyed 10,000 women, good sample size, and you could tell here. I'll pull it up, and most women have had 2 to 4 partners, which is actually quite low. I thought it was going to be a little bit higher than that. And the next most common ranges between 5 and 9. That seems pretty low. Like most are with that. Like you shouldn't, if she's like 20 and she's been like with like 50 guys, it's like, okay, maybe, that's a bit of a red flag. And I would assume, I don't know, but I assume like if it's like extremely high that like there would be some like sex matters so much to her that, maybe they don't last as long in relationships. I don't know. I'm just making an assumption there. But here's the thing, like it sucks. If you can admit, like if let's just say you met like a perfect girl and you're just like, great, she's awesome. You click on every level. She's like a 10 out of 10. Like if you can admit that you would look past it for her, then it's like, okay, well then what's the difference between that girl? I mean, obviously there might be a lot of difference, but if you can admit it, that it's not an absolute defining factor, then, that might help you kind of be able to look past it a little bit. But it really is something that you kind of, I know there's like double standards, but you kind of have to just come to expect, or just accept rather. And if you are able to like not show that, like a lot of guys get super jealous, and that's probably the most like, it's jealousy that ruins so many relationships. And it's funny because it's like, or it's kind of ironic because the guys are like, if your girl is like talking to somebody and, you're worried about the relationship ending, but it's never that actual, thing that's happening that ends up ruining it. Is like your action, it's your jealousy, it's your just neediness. And if you can just visibly, I mean, it's okay if you feel a certain way, but if you can visibly just show like you're just have that level of maturity, you're going to stand out so much. Apart from every other guy, because it is rare that you just like have that maturity. And again, you might not feel that way, but if you can just accept it, you will stand out. And it sucks. It sucks to think about, but you will come to expect it or accept it over time. And I mean, most relationships fail, even most marriages fail. So by the time you end up with somebody, like there's a pretty strong chance she's going to have a high body count anyway. So you might as well like just accept whatever number that is now, because I mean, especially like women end up coming to view sex and body counts differently. Like it just, as people get older, that number just doesn't matter as much. And so yeah, she might have a lot higher body count anyway. So try to look past it. It sucks. But I mean, for most people, it's going to be between 2 and 4 anyways. If not that, and 5 and 9, like that's really not that high, but that's it. Peace.